friends, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another weekly garden tour, and I wanted to walk around in my garden today and show you what was blooming and what the plants were doing. And I hope to give you a little bit of a tour of everything that has now suddenly come together and it's exploding in color. And I have a fairly big yard, so I might break this video down into the front yard and side yard only today, and then do the backyard in another video, but I'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy this tour. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you've been with me and if you've joined me in my previous videos, you know that my garden has evolved over the spring and summer months. This front garden was a very new addition, and it is thriving and it's looking really good right now, and I wanted to walk around and show you. Do give this video a thumbs up if you've liked watching it, and without further ado, I'll walk around and I'll show you what's happening. I just cannot believe how much this Queen of Hearts Brunnera has grown in this spot since I planted it. It's actually huge right now. The leaves are so big. It's bigger than my hand, and it's just a stunning, beautiful Brunnera, and it's doing really well. My hosta is also blooming over here, and it's just beautiful. I do have another one on this side. It's not as big as this one, but it's also getting there, and it's looking beautiful. And if you notice, the Lithodora is really filling in and blooming. So they have been I really started noticing it this week, how much these plants have grown, and they have completely filled in quite a bit in here. So they are looking really beautiful, and the blue flowers are really glowing. Lots and lots of these blue flowers, and they look really pretty. My violas and pansies are still going strong, and I don't have the heart to remove them, so I'm gonna just let them be and see what they do. And on this side also I have violas that are still blooming. My heuchera, cherry truffle heuchera, is still blooming, and it's really gorgeous. Lots of strong flower spikes have been going on for weeks now. And I do have a bloom on my Moody Blue rose. I planted it earlier in the spring, and isn't that a beautiful rose? This is called Moody Blue. It's got a beautiful light lavender and almost like a ripple of darker pink in it, and it's just a beautiful, stunning rose. Gaura has been blooming really well. Here it's kind of just, you know, filling in the gaps between the roses, and I love how it looks, just swaying in the wind, and it just looks really pretty. My petunias have filled in. The blanket flowers are a constant force here. And I also have this lavender, phenomenal lavender, which is starting to kind of bloom now, and it's looking really beautiful, and it smells really nice as well. And this is my Rosa Marie rose. It's a David Austin rose, and it's also blooming, and it's really pretty. It's got this soft white, creamy white color, and I really like it here, especially at night. It really glows at night, so I really like this lightness at night. It looks really pretty. And then I have this is the Grace David Austin rose. It is also very beautiful. It's a nice apricot rose, as you can see. It kind of fades into this beautiful light color, and it's light pink color, and it's really pretty, and lots of blooms on this one. I have two of them. There is one in the back there which is also full of blooms, and it's really pretty. And the Munstead wood behind it is also another David Austin rose, and this one is also doing really well. Lots and lots of blooms. I love how ruffled this is, and it looks really pretty. And this is my other roses that have been blooming their hearts out now for a little while, and they are just beautiful. Look at this. I don't know the name of this rose, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rose. It's just beautiful. And I might have to give it some support, but for now it's just arching all over. And I also have geranium Roseanne that's blooming from inside it. And don't they look so beautiful, these colors together, just mingled together? They just look really, really beautiful. And this geranium is going to bloom all summer, so love it. I really, really love it. And I also have some new flowers that have bloomed. So this is a lily that I recently planted, which has also bloomed. Isn't that a beautiful lily? I think this is Tango or something, but it's beautiful and it looks really, really pretty. And I also planted these anemone corms, and I have one anemone that has bloomed. So isn't that beautiful? It's a big, big bloom. And I have another one that is budded and it's going to bloom soon, so maybe I'll show this one to you in my next video. But it's just stunning. And this salvia here has bloomed and it's flopped in the middle, and I actually don't mind it kind of spilling over, because when I didn't have anything in front, it used to bother me because there was grass that needed to be cut. Now it's kind of just spilling over and I actually do not mind it. As you can see, it just spills over and it looks really pretty. Lots of echinacea here that is budded up, and it's going to bloom I think in another week I should see lots of echinacea blooms. But here is the perspective of what it looks like from here, and it's just beautiful. I just love all these colors, and kind of they go from dark to soft and they look really, really pretty. And in my pathway here, my little cranesbill geraniums are filling in. My creeping thyme is also settling. I mean, I felt like I lost some of it when I planted it, but I think it's coming back now with the heat, and I think it'll be fine. Oh, here is another anemone that is about to open. It's going to be red, and isn't that beautiful? That's so pretty. And yeah, and lots of my iris have started to open. I have this one annual, this is called Penta, that I put here, and it's been blooming and it's very, very pretty. And I love these iris. There's a little bit of a purple heaven here, if there is such a thing, and it's just so beautiful. Lots of purple blooms right now. My roses are resting right now, the Ringo All-Star and the Atlas roses that I planted there I think they are going to be getting ready to push out new leaves and new flush of blooms. But for now, this whole thing is just purple, and I love how this looks. So going around to my rock garden, there isn't much change here. These pink flowers are blooming and they're looking really beautiful. I forget what they are called. I think they're called thrifts, if I'm not mistaken, but they are beautiful and they add a pop of color in here. And everything is just kind of filling in. The gaps are closing in, and I love how that looks right now. And then this driveway is also looking really, really pretty. And this Louisia is also putting out new blooms here, which is nice. I cut the old stalks, so it's pushing out some new blooms, which looks really pretty. And I also planted some purple alyssum here, which is also kind of blooming, and I think it's looking really pretty and filling in the gaps. And dianthus here is still blooming as well. I have to come out here and deadhead it, but it's still pushing out new buds and blooms, which is really, really pretty. And then I have this verbena. This is an annual that I planted, and it's also creeping in and filling the gaps, which is what I love about verbenas. I realize that they are good plants for filling in the gaps. If you want pops of color that are annual and just going to kind of creep in your gaps in the beds, it's a great plant for that. And other than that, I will walk over to the other side and show you what's happening on this other side here. So on this other side, I do have my Tranquility David Austin rose that has bloomed. So this is what the bud and the bloom looks like. And sorry, bud and the bloom looks like. It's a nice white. The buds have a tinge of pink, but it's really almost pure white, this bloom. And it's really, really pretty and beautiful. So covered in blooms here. I think this might be a better angle for it. It is a gorgeous rose, and I like that although they are different varieties, the Rosemary and Tranquility add white to both ends of my arch, which looks really pretty. And then lots of petunias that are sprawling in, and then I have my bee balm, which is also still blooming and looking really, really pretty. And this is my Rosie the Riveter rose, which has been blooming, and it looks really, really pretty as well. And it's another apricot rose, and lots of buds on it as well, and it looks really pretty. And then I also have another rose here that's blooming. So this is, I think, the carpet rose, or and this will bloom all summer. This is, I think, the coral, or it's kind of like this dark coral colored one, and it's really, really pretty there. It adds a nice pop of color. And then I also have one bloom on this Rainbow Niagara rose. It was being eaten by something. There are some insects, earwigs, eating it, so I'm not sure how much of a chance this one has. I've been coming out here and spraying some neem oil, but you know, it is what it is. I've accepted that about nature, and I'll take what I get. And yeah, so catmint is still blooming, as you can see on both ends. It's really, really pretty. The garden is like really filling. And I actually have a hydrangea bloom in the back there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there is a hydrangea bloom there. So I'm excited that it has lots of buds, and it's going to be a nice bloom for that hydrangea there. So yeah, so that catmint has been blooming for weeks now, and it's still blooming, and it looks really, really pretty. I also have my double play Doozy Spirea that has lots and lots of flower buds, and this one is also blooming, and I love how pretty it looks with this pink. It just is going to add this pop of pink all summer long in the front here, and I love spireas for that. And especially the newer varieties, they bloom for non-stop, and it's really, really, really pretty blooms. Lovely colors, and I love how that looks. Oh look, my sea holly has also bloomed. So as you can see, this one is white when it first starts off, and when it blooms, I guess it turns this beautiful lavender color. Love, love, love this plant. I added this year, and actually really love how this looks in the garden, the structure it offers. It is so pretty. I have a moonshine yarrow over there, which is also starting to bloom. I can see the tops of it turning yellow, and it looks really, really pretty. And then these heucheras are filling in really well as well. I have a caramel and a fun and games, and I have another heucherella over there. I don't know the name of that one, but the colors of those heucheras look really, really pretty. And then I have geranium roseanne that's blooming here as well. And then I have this coreopsis that has also just started to bloom. And this looks really pretty against this Deer Villa. I think this one is called Night Glow Deer Villa. And it just looks beautiful. I love the play of yellow and purple on the side, and also these pincushion flowers, and lots of echinacea to come in the back here. So excited about the echinacea starting, and there is one bloom there that's about to open. So really excited about this, and lots of phlox to come on this one. I have some Speedwell Veronica over here, and it is also blooming. Isn't that beautiful? It's just, this is the Royal Candles variety, and it's more on the shorter side, which I love. And adds a lovely, lovely pop of color on this side. And here's a view of the garden from this side, and I really love how this looks. The grass needs to be cut, so ignore that, but I am focusing on my flowers and plants today, and I'm so excited. Here's a quick fire hydrangea, which is budded up, about to open, and it's going to probably open by end of this month, and it's going to look really, really pretty. I have an oak leaf hydrangea there, which is also putting on a nice little bloom there. It's got lots of blooms on the other side, and let me walk around and show you from the other side what those blooms look like. And on my way out, I have a lot of borage that's blooming here. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I have lots of it that seeded itself here in this area. As you can see, it's kind of completely seeded itself, and I don't mind it because it's choking out the weeds here, and I love it. And I think I have some Rudbeckia here that also seeded, and it's awesome because I love it. So yeah, I was going to show you this oak leaf hydrangea blooms. This is Gatsby Gal, and it's beautiful. So let me go back and show you my side yard, what that looks like. And yeah, so this is the front garden today. It's beautiful. It's really, really full and lush, and makes me very, very happy to be out here. And another plant is this verbena, which is about to also bloom, and I love how tall it is and what it does in the garden. My driveway garden, I just wanted to show you what it was doing today. The sedum here is about to bloom. It's very pretty. These pincushion flowers that I planted last year have come back, and they're looking really, really pretty as well. And I have lots and lots of yarrow here that is about to open, and it's going to be so pink in here. Lots of echinacea about to bloom as well, and lots of yarrow. This one is a little bit more ahead, so let me show you this one. And isn't that beautiful? That is stunning. I love the color of this yarrow here, and it's literally seeded itself all over this garden bed, and I like how that looks. And I also have some coreopsis. This is Dominoes, and it's, you know, blooming and doing its thing. This rose blooms on and off. I have to come and deadhead it so it can push out more blooms, but it's beautiful. I love how this looks. This bed looks. It's simple, and it's full, and I love how this is going to come to life this summer. It's going to all suddenly start to bloom, and it's going to be beautiful. Hydrangea here is also putting on lots of buds, so this is going to again be a nice show over here. It's really full this year, and so is this Rose of Sharon. It's really, really full, so I'm excited to see the blooms on this one. So yeah, that's everything in my side garden here. This is what it looks like. It's just very green right now, but it's gonna be all full of color in another month or so, and it's gonna be beautiful. Planters, they are also filling in really nicely, but something here, I think they're earwigs eating the leaves of these dahlias. I hope it doesn't affect the blooming, but it is what it is, and we'll see what happens with these. But I do like how they look. They've been blooming for a really long time, and these are other dahlias that are still doing good in this container. I'm not sure if I'm gonna move them out to my garden or I'm gonna leave them in here. I haven't decided, but we'll see about that. And here is a view of the garden from here, and it just looks really, really beautiful, colorful, and love the purples there. Love all these colors here, and then the similar colors repeated on this side with a little bit of different plants. I just love how that looks. So I'll take you into my side yard next, and I'll show you what's happening there. My peonies here are so full and so heavy that they are just flopping, but aren't they gorgeous? This is a beautiful, beautiful peony. It's Sarah Bernadette, and it's just a beautiful peony, and I love how big it is, and it smells so good. Also, this dianthus here has been blooming, and it's so pretty and dainty. I love this one. And this climbing rose America has gone over. I have to come out here and deadhead it, but I will come and do that soon. lots of little chores to be done, but yeah. So this is my side yard. As you can see, it's full and full of color right now, and I want to show you what it's doing. My climbing rose over there is really looking pretty. That is climbing rose Blaze. It has been blooming for the last 2 weeks, full of blooms, and I'm so excited for it. My spirea here, I don't know the variety, has been also blooming, and it's very pretty. I love the colors of it and how beautiful it looks. And here is my climbing rose Kiss Me Kate. This has also been blooming, and it's really, really pretty. I love the shade of pink. It has a darker pink in the bud, and then when it opens, it's slightly lighter, and I love the shape and the form of this flower, and it's so, so beautiful. And then I have lots of daisies here that are going to open soon, so I'm excited about it. I have this carpet pink rose which has opened as well, and isn't that beautiful? I love how full this plant is and how pink it is, and it's just so beautiful, and it looks really wonderful against this Scabiosa. And then I also have a lot of lavender blooming in front of it, so I love this little corner here. It just looks stunning. And then I have a Graham Thomas David Austin rose that is blooming here, and it's just beautiful. It smells wonderful, and it's much more yellow when it opens, and when it ages it is this beautiful creamy yellow, which I also love. Beautiful, beautiful rose. And I actually want to show you another rose that has bloomed in my garden. This one is called Joseph's Coat. This is a climbing rose too. It's been attempting to climb for the last 2 years, but every year it does get killed a bit by the snow and ice, but it starts regardless. It starts again, and this year it actually looks much better and fuller, so I'm hoping that it's healthier and it climbs, and it's just got this beautiful colors in it, yellows and pinks and whites, and it's just a very, very stunning rose. Lots of phlox getting ready to bloom here. This is really getting full, and I love how this looks. And this is a new addition in my garden. I just recently got this bird bath, and I'm really excited about it. It's my favorite color. It's a turquoise, and I love how this looks. I have to still place it. It's gonna go somewhere in this garden, in this butterfly garden, but I just unsure where it's gonna be. I have to just make sure it's stable and it's gonna look really nice. So yeah, this is a new addition. And then I have this beautiful echinacea that's blooming here. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. It's so pretty. So yeah, so on this side, as you can see, it is full. I mean, this part is going to be full. Actually, it's full of poppies. Like all of these poppies, that seeds that I threw, have just, you know, germinated and kind of opened in gaps that were there, and I love that. I love how it's made this garden so full. And here is a Himalayan blue poppy that has opened in my garden. I have tons of these that made it, and they look pretty. And the reason they are this light purple in my garden is because of the soil. I was reading that if your soil is more alkaline, the Himalayan blue poppies will be a little bit more on the purple side, so they need a little bit of an acidic soil to turn that blue color. And I'm not about to amend my soil for that. I'll enjoy this color. Like, there is lots of these. They are all over, and they are looking really, really pretty in the garden. There's more over there, as you can see, and lots of buds to open. Like, there is a ton of them. The catmint is looking really pretty. I have also easy lemon zest roses. They are looking really pretty in here. Lots of flowers to come. I have some roses in the back over there, some old roses. I have another Kiss Me Kate rose, climbing rose over there, and I have a Chinook Salmon Sunrise over there. Lots of salvia that has already bloomed that needs deadheading. So I have to come in here and deadhead it so it can push out its second set of blooms, but I haven't done that. And then I have a Veronica over there as well. I think that's perfectly Picasso. So yeah, lots of blooms on everything, and it's looking beautiful. This is another rose, shrub rose, that has multiple colors, and it is also blooming really pretty in this garden, and it looks stunning against this catmint. And this is the candy corn spirea, which is also putting on some blooms, and it's looking really pretty and filling in and just adding this beautiful cottage garden kind of feel. So this is my cottage garden, and it's just beautiful. And these are another set of Himalayan blue poppies that have bloomed in my garden, and they are beautiful, and purple, not blue, but still beautiful. I love how these look and how they are just filling in all the gaps in this little garden here. So not much else blooming in here. I do have another candy corn spirea at the end over here that is blooming, and it's looking really pretty with all its colors. I love how it looks. And then I also have a endless summer bloomstruck hydrangea, which I planted here as well, and it's also putting out its blooms, and it's looking really pretty and healthy in this spot, so I'm excited. And then I also have a guardian angel hosta here, which is putting out a bloom. And I recently also planted the seducer hosta, which is also putting out some bloom stalks. So excited about what this looks like. It's just a beautiful sunny day, and I just wanted to take you along and show you, give you a weekly tour of what the front yard and the side yard garden looks like today. And I will do another separate tour for my backyard and go through my shade garden and sun gardens. So with that, thank you so much for joining me today and walking with me in my garden, and letting me share with you what the plants are doing and what the garden is doing today. And it's just a beautiful sunny morning. It's going to be a super hot day today, so I hope the plants are going to be okay, and I think they will be okay, but lots to do. And in the garden still lots of little projects that I have to do. I have to paint my shed. I actually even started, I'll give you a sneak peek, I even started a container garden on this side, so I have to like plant this. So yeah, lots of work to be done, and more videos to come from me. So do give this video a like if you've liked watching this tour. And here is my bird drinking water. So thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a beautiful gardening day wherever you're joining me from, and I'll catch you in my next video.